Before diving into shortcuts, let's appreciate the importance of your dissertation proposal. It's essentially your blueprint for the research, presented to your supervisor and faculty. It defines your scope, justifies methods, and anticipates challenges. A strong proposal is like a detailed plan, setting clear expectations with your supervisor. This allows for targeted guidance and spotting potential pitfalls early on. The effort of crafting a solid and viable research design and formulating realistic objectives in your proposal will really pay off as your proposal becomes your roadmap for the dissertation process. A clear, professional, and error-free proposal signals you as a serious researcher. A powerful proposal opens doors and secures support. Our shortcuts help you focus energy for maximum impact, creating a polished document efficiently. Ensure your first move is a winning one. All right, our first shortcut. And honestly, if you only take one piece of advice from this entire video, let it be this one. Start with a clear, focused, specific research question. This sounds deceptively simple, I know, but I have seen time and time again students wasting weeks, even months, floundering in a vast ocean of a topic because they haven't yet formulated a precise question. They'll say, I want to research marketing strategies in the tech industry. Well, that's not a question, that's a full library. It's a noble ambition, but it's far too broad to be a useful starting point for a dissertation. A powerful research question acts as the lens for your camera to zero in on a more specific context. Without it, you're just pointing your camera at the world, snapping pictures of everything and nothing. The result is a chaotic jumble of images with no story and no direction or precise goals. But once you have a sharp, focused lens, your question, everything comes into view with purpose and clarity. Instead of exploring marketing in tech industry, what about narrowing down the scope? For instance, how have early-stage tech startups in the UK utilized TikTok influencer marketing to achieve growth in user acquisition in recent years? Suddenly we have boundaries. We have a specific industry, location, tactic, outcome, and time frame. Having this level of specificity from the outset streamlines every single subsequent step of the proposal process. Think about it. When you go to write your literature review, you are no longer trying to read everything ever written about marketing. Instead, you are looking for specific literature on SaaS startups, influencer marketing, and user acquisition metrics. Your search becomes targeted and efficient. You know exactly what you are looking for, and just as importantly, you know what you can safely ignore. This saves you from drowning in an endless sea of irrelevant papers. This clarity then cascades through the rest of your proposal. Your methodology becomes easier to design because you know precisely what you need to measure and how. Do you need to interview startup founders, analyze social media data, conduct surveys? The question dictates the method. Your project timeline becomes more realistic because the scope is clearly defined. You're not planning an epic voyage across the Atlantic. You're planning a well-charted trip across the English Channel. Every section of the proposal flows logically from this single foundational point of clarity. So how do we get from that broad, vague topic to a sharp, incisive question? It's a process of refinement, a bit like a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble to reveal the form within. Start with your general area of interest. Let's stick with our marketing in tech example. Now, start asking narrowing questions. What kind of tech? Let's say software as a service. What kind of marketing? Let's focus on social media marketing. You see, we're already getting more specific. We're carving away the excess stone. Next, narrow it down even further. Which social media platform? Let's choose TikTok, as it's a relatively new and interesting space for B2B marketing. What aspect of marketing are we interested in? Let's look at customer acquisition. Who are we studying? Let's specify early-stage startups. Where are they? Let's set a geographical boundary. The UK. When? Let's add a time frame, 2022 to 2024. Each question is another tap of the chisel, refining the form, making it more defined and more elegant. It's an iterative process of asking, what about it? Over and over again. Don't be afraid to spend real quality time on this stage. This is not wasted time. It is the most valuable investment you can make in your entire dissertation. Talk to your supervisor, brainstorm with classmates, Read a few broad overview articles to see what the current conversations are. A good research question is often found at the intersection of three things: what genuinely fascinates you, what is a current and relevant issue in your field, and where there is a gap in the existing academic literature that your research could fill. Ultimately, your question should be your guide and your guardrail. It should be complex enough to sustain a dissertation-length project, but narrow enough to be answerable within your time frame and resources. It is the single sentence that gives your entire project meaning and direction. Right then, tip number 2. You've wrestled with your research question, and it's a good one. But what happens next? Do you just plunge in and start writing, hoping for the best? Well, you could, but that's a bit like setting off to build a Roman villa without so much as a sketch. The Romans understood the power of a plan, a clear, detailed map of what you intend to create. This is precisely what an outline is for your research proposal. It's your architectural drawing, brick by logical brick. But trust me on this, the time you invest here will pay you back tenfold. It transforms the daunting task into a series of manageable steps. Think of it as your scaffolding. Your outline should detail not just the big sections, but the smaller arguments within each. And here's the wonderful thing about this blueprint. It's not set in stone, not yet. Your outline gives you the flexibility to adapt without demolishing the entire structure. So, before you write a single sentence of prose, grab a piece of paper and build your scaffold. Each point in your outline becomes a signpost, guiding your writing. When you map out your argument in advance, you can see the logical flow or lack thereof. Furthermore, this early structure helps you to manage your research more effectively. Finally, mapping out your structure early gives you a profound sense of control and momentum. This is how empires are built, and it's how outstanding research proposals are written. Tip number 3. Now let's talk about resources, both in terms of research tools and people. It's easy to feel like a lone gladiator when facing a dissertation, but you are not alone. Your university provides an arsenal of tools, far more powerful than you might imagine. Chief among these is the library search, not just the physical building, but the vast digital empire it commands. Learning to navigate these databases is a crucial shortcut. AI research tools are here to help you. A session with an AI tool like SciSpace or Consensus AI can save you days of searching. Make AI research tools your loyal companion in your dissertation journey. Explore their feature and become familiar with their interface. They are your most powerful allies in your research. Ask your university if it's subscribed to one of these AI tools. But aside from this, your university should offer another very valuable resource: people. Specifically, your supervisor and the staff at the University Writing Center. They are your mentors. Your supervisor, in particular, is your most important guide in your research journey. Engaging with your supervisor and tutors for your chosen topic early enough is a critical shortcut. Supervisors' feedback is priceless and should be followed closely. Remember, your university professors are there to help you succeed. Use them. Ask questions when things are unclear. It is one of the most effective shortcuts available to you. Tip number 4, learn the magical art of skimming. Okay, you've found the databases, the AI tools will help you identify good articles in your field and topic, but now a new kind of dread sets in, the sheer volume of reading to do. The shortcut here is to read smarter. You must master the art of skimming. The first pass should be a quick targeted reconnaissance mission to assess its relevance. Start with the title and the abstract. If it looks promising, read the introduction and the conclusion. This tells you whether a deeper dive is warranted. This allows you to sift through many sources quickly. Think of yourself as a prospector panning for gold. Skimming is your intellectual pan. The abstract, introduction and conclusion are the key places to look for those nuggets. Only when you've confirmed that a paper contains pure gold do you commit to a more thorough reading. You still don't necessarily have to read every single word. Now you're going on a targeted deep dive. Are you looking for its methodology, its definition of a key term, or the data in its results section? Jump straight to the section you need. If you're looking for data, head for the tables, charts, and the results section. By reading the first sentence of each paragraph in a section, you can get a remarkably accurate summary of its entire argument. This entire process of strategic reading is a skill that will serve you throughout your academic and professional life. It respects your time and focuses your energy where it will have the most impact. Tip number 5. Picture this. You finished your proposal after weeks of work, but then a sudden realization set in that you did not save your sources during your progress. The bibliography. Remember, building the bibliography or reference list as you go along is super important. Imagine trying to do this at the end of your proposal. Where did you read that? This frantic, last-minute scramble is stressful and can lead to mistakes and missed citations. It's inefficient and a threat to your academic integrity. The shortcut, reference as you go. It's an integral part of the writing process. Capture every gem immediately, noting its source. There are plenty of citations tools available like SCite or Consensus that will allow you to build your list and save all your references easily, making sure that you never lose a source. Remember, for everything you say in your proposal, there must be a clear indication of who said it, where, which academic journal or textbook, and you use a quote on what page. Build your academic fortress brick by properly cited brick. Use referencing software to help you organize them with ease. You must always create an unbreakable link between your idea and its source. It gives your work solidity, showing you're engaging in a scholarly conversation. This transforms your bibliography into a proud map of your research. It's the civilized way to work. Tip number 6. Here's a shortcut for nailing your methodology. Remember, when it comes to your dissertation proposal, choose a method that fits both your timeline and your resources. Imagine standing in front of a wall of research options, some labeled complex, others practical. For most student projects, convenience or purposive sampling is your best bet. These methods are both realistic and efficient, helping you gather the data you need without unnecessary stress. Picture students collecting responses from classmates or selecting specific groups that fit their research question. It's focused, manageable, and gets results. Avoid falling into the trap of random or cross-sectional samples. While they might sound impressive, they're rarely practical for student research with tight deadlines and limited access to participants. Trying to organize a truly random sample or a broad cross-sectional study will always leave you feeling overwhelmed and under-resourced. Stick to what works. Choose a methodology you can actually complete. Your supervisor will thank you for it. Remember, the right methodology isn't the one that sounds most complicated. It's the one you can execute well within your means and time frame. This practical approach keeps your proposal realistic and sets you up for success. And now to the final shortcut. Tip number 7. Find your university proposal S template. Throughout history, proper work built on existing foundations. Like the Romans perfecting the arch, academic writing uses templates. Don't reinvent the wheel. Use the provided blueprint. Find your institution's official template. It's your blueprint for success, freeing you to focus on your ideas and research. Download and study it to understand its logic. Also, review sample proposals from your own university, especially successful ones from your department and faculty, to learn how theory translates to practice. Deconstruct them to see how others framed their research and articulated methodologies. This helps you grasp unwritten rules and the local academic style. But remember, samples are guides, not gospel. Treat them as a possible structure to make sure you don't miss important sections of your proposal. Your research and voice should be your own. Use templates and samples to build a well-formatted, robust, and compelling proposal. That's all for today, my dissertation stars. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful videos to skyrocket your dissertation journey. Keep shining, and remember, your hard work will pay off. See you in the next video.